Love is Over edition of Catherine for the PS3. As you can tell by our gloves, this is being recorded very shortly after the unboxing, so we haven't had a good chance to dig into this yet. I've been very actually curious on the response of some gamers out there with this game. A lot of them seem a little uncomfortable with the sexual content in the game because it's not quite what they're used to when it comes to sexual content. Generally, they're used to like the Dead or Alive volleyball, that kind of content, which most gamers can very relate to. But the actual mature, like real mature, not just Call of Duty mature, but the real mature content in this game seems to be disturbing some people. And all I want to say, and I'm not making fun of you if you're one of those people, by all means. The only thing I want to say is, if we as gamers are dedicated truly to having games as accepted as art form, then we're going to have to dip our toes into some unfamiliar territory when it comes to human relationships, and this game definitely does that. So don't be too off-put by it. Maybe it's talking about experiences no one's had yet, but give it a chance for sure.
Big Mike is so right. Video games are an art form. We both agree that video games actually shouldn't be called video games because game sounds trivial, it sounds juvenile, and the medium has had so much potential, and over the years we're seeing that potential being reached more and more. In a game like Catherine, it's very different. As Big Mike said, the sexual overtones are very different, and it's not just some dream woman of mine bouncing around in a bikini, hitting around a volleyball, or lathering herself with lotion. There's kind of deeper themes, and video games, until we come up with a better name, should be able to delve in any subject that is in print, that is in music, that is in movies. And people sometimes get uppity and very up in arms when a video game travels to a place that is not okay for them. Yeah. 6 Days of Fallujah, great example. There was a lot of stink about it, and how that game was handled. And guys, I haven't said this before, but I'm going to start talking a lot about them. Check out Extra Credits. They are the best video game show, in my opinion anyways, on the net, and they did an awesome special on that, and you should really check it out. And they're gold. But we need to still grow a lot, because this is, in our opinion, the premier art form of entertainment, because you are both the participant and the observer, and no other medium can give you that.
Now, we promise you, on this very story-intense game, we will reveal no spoilers.
What? Come on, Mike. I wanted to spill it to the world. No, I'm joking. I'm sorry, guys.
Because and we know we have a very large, respectful group of viewers right now, so anyone who wants to comment on this video, maybe refrain from using any spoilers down in the comments. If you want to discuss maybe your opinion on it, feel free to PM Terence or myself to discuss. But that being said, Catherine is a very important game, because as we discussed when we were unboxing it, this is probably one of the first prime examples of a game where the mature rating actually really does mean mature this time.
You got that right, Mike.
It's not referring to like blood and guts like Gears of War or Call of Duty, or maybe like the excessive amount of swearing found in Grand Theft Auto, or the bouncing boobs in Dead or Alive. This game actually deals with a lot of real-life situations and asks some pretty personal questions of you, the gamer. So without further ado, Terence and myself have played it through thoroughly, and
wow. When Big Mike opened, when we were opening the box, and we started talking a little bit, and that's actually what you just watched before this little part of the video. Big Mike, he happened upon a couple things, and since I was really trying to avoid Catherine because I really wanted the most raw experience possible, one of the things Mike said caught me, and it was the things that are said, the things you experience that really catch people off guard, and they don't know how to handle it. Not that they don't know how to handle it, they've never had to handle it in this medium before.
The game does require the gamer to maybe have a bit more experience than perhaps, not poking fun, but perhaps some gamers have actually had up until this point.
And I think it's cool, because Atlus, this is their first HD game, and as Big Mike filled me in, considering the fact that we're almost at the end of the life cycle for 360 PS3, it's funny, but you know what? Atlus can take their time and put things whenever they want to. But Atlus, they gave us a lot of credit as fans of the medium by releasing it here, because I'm not sure if that was their original intention. Big Mike, of course, got moderated on Facebook and got his comment taken off because it's like, please bring it out to the bring it to North America. Please.
It was quite pathetic. I was begging and begging and begging. So it worked. So because of me, you're playing this game right now.
Yeah, because of Big Mike. Only Big Mike. Atlus, hire Big Mike. Anyways, crazy thing about the game is the fact that it plays not unlike anything else really that we've experienced. And it's not game mechanic or options, but it's what the character is going through, and since this is a medium where you're both the participant and the viewer, you experience as it goes along, and it blew my mind. And it's so hard not to give spoilers on this, because this is something that I guarantee you, if you've lived a life, and I've said this twice off camera today, if you live your life with your lips wrapped around a shotgun, you may not be able to understand this if you only go out once a year. But it really asks a lot of moral and ethical questions, and it puts you in awkward spots. And if you know, you could lie or you can be honest. And if you're honest with yourself, the game's honest with you. And
that's actually a good point about being honest in the game, because perhaps depending on the situation, you know, art often does imitate life. And the game, when it makes you feel uncomfortable, when it asks you maybe some personal questions you don't mind answering or acting upon in private, if you have a significant other with you, or maybe a friend or so that, you know, the old loose lips sink ships and likes to go and blab about your personal business, perhaps, you know, Terence and I are always big fans of playing games the right way, like survival horror, lights off, speakers up loud, by yourself in the dark. So Catherine is kind of one of those games where you might really have to consider before playing it how you're going to play it.
And it is survival horror because, you know, as soon as you hear marriage and pregnancy, I was sweating. I was sweating, I was looking for the light, I was looking for a security blanket. It killed me. All serious though, Mike? Wow.
Yeah, it's really obvious to tell we're both massively impressed with this game. It also relates to the fact that, as Terence described perfectly, the way it makes you personally feel, and that's what games are supposed to do. They're supposed to give you an experience, and we've had the thrill of like first-person shooters or the enjoyment of a Mario game when you're running and jumping and it's hilarious, but the uncomfortable and the situations and things that there's moments in the game where Vincent and his friends are having these conversations, and holy crap, myself, Terence, our friends have had similar conversations. When you become our age in mid-30s, believe me folks, marriage, pregnancy, commitment, that comes up constantly during our conversations. And the game, like the writers knew exactly, word for word, pretty much what is discussed.
Crazy thing though, and Big Mike just brought up in terms of the age group, Vincent's 32. Vincent's not 21. Vincent's not 18 or 17 like every JRPG. It's kind of cool that you have someone that you can identify with, and even younger players will kind of, I think there's a disconnect there that we would typically feel playing a JRPG. I can't identify with a 17-year-old lead character. Sorry guys, I just can't do it. But you got someone that's close to our age and he's gone through some crazy stuff, and damn man, like I played that, and you know, like remembering strife in relationships and points where those conversations come up, you know, like I'm telling you, horror story, unbelievable.
Yeah, the game does, no spoiler here, but obviously anyone's been able to tell, has to do with a man getting involved with two women at the same time. And, you know...
It's not as fun as it sounds.
No, and the statistic is 70% of males and 40% of females have done the exact same thing. So, and I can speak from experience, I'm sure Terence can as well. Those situations never turn out sunshine and roses.
Mm-hmm. Great thing about the game though, and this isn't giving anything away, but it is statistic based at certain points. And I'm playing offline right now. I think Big Mike was playing online, so our experience in that respect was a little different. But through surveys, you get to peek in on every once in a while. I was shocked because the surveys were given, if it was an offline, through offline, I'm not sure if you experienced this, it was done by polls of males 20 to 40 and females 20 to 40, and I was shocked at some of the results. It was just as disturbing as the other aspects of the game where I was forced to make, well not forced, but put in a position to make moral decisions to advance the progress.
Basically, the game is shoving in your face that we're all human, and yeah, there's no one out there isn't a complete angel, that's for sure.
I really hope this game sold well. And judging by the response that it's gotten, the coverage it's gotten, we'll see. But I think it's already in the running for top game of the year for both Big Mike and myself.
Definitely. And on a side note, you mentioned that Atlus did announce they sold 200,000 units in its first week, which for them and for that style of game is an excellent number. So congratulations there, Atlus,
Good
for
stuff,
sure.
Atlus.
Alright folks, so it's pretty obvious, Terence and I, huge fan of the game now. The only thing we ask, and it's something every critic should ask of anyone, is experience it for yourself. That's the one thing we ask. Just give it a try. And if you don't like it, hey, no problem, but at least you gave it a try. I think this is definitely the kind of game that deserves at least a bit of your attention.
Big Mike said it all, guys. If you want something different and unique, this is the game to play right now. You owe it to yourself if a new experience is something that you're looking for and you're not chomping at the bit for the next Call of Duty game. You can play something in between. This is a great way of doing it. Guys, I don't think Big Mike and I have agreed on many titles, but I think this is the first one we've played at the same time, and the response was just like instantaneous fireworks. Guys, play Catherine, seriously. We could talk about the reviews, but why bother?
Yep.
Why bother? Who cares if they're good or bad? The game is definitely worth experiencing.
Excellent. Right. Thanks everyone, and have fun, most of all.
We're talking very seriously about Catherine. Good fucking game.
Alright. Catherine thoughts and rants. Take one. Fuck 'em. I like that shit, man.
5 counts. Oh. Alright, go ahead.
Alright, we've already had a countdown, but it doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
Clapping.
What we do?
I like that thing, but it's Big Mike's words, you know, like 5, 4, 3. Blah, 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 blah.
All right, ready?
All right.
Okay. 5, 4. Oh wait, hold. Oh wait, no.
Oh, wait, no. I can do a courtesy, man. I can reach. Yeah. Mike said it the most, and I had a bit of gas in my throat too, so I was trying to like keep quiet. I don't know what to say. Play the game. Go.
The buzzer went off. Like,
couldn't wait a minute more.
I forgot to drive
That was
yeah,
hilarious.
it's
That's
awesome.